There is another massive sale going on PlayStation right now, and some of these deals are just ridiculous. We are talking full AAA games for under $6, complete editions with all DLC for basically nothing, and one game that is completely free. I went through the whole thing and pulled out the best ones. I'm gonna start this list with Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition, 90% off for $7. Dead Island 2 was one of the most fun and gory zombie games in years, and the Ultimate Edition includes all the DLC content on top of the full game. The combat where you are hacking, slashing, and improvising weapons against hordes of zombies in this gorgeous, kinda Los Angeles is just a blast. Then we got The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, 80% off for $10. This one, everyone knows, is one of the greatest RPGs ever made, plus both expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, the latter of which is longer than most full games on its own. $10 for the complete Witcher 3 experience is honestly one of the best value deals in gaming right now. Speaking of crazy discounts, if you are looking for even cheaper deals that last all year round and not just during sales, you should check out Eneba. It is a platform where you can find some of the best discounts on PC and Steam games at any time. Like right now they have Doom Eternal at 84% off for just $7.50, which is just crazy for one of the best shooters ever made. And they also have Sunset Overdrive for only $2 at 90% off. That game is honestly one of the most underrated and fun open world games out there, and $2 for it is just ridiculous. And there's hundreds more like this for you to cash out on. What's even better is that Eneba has this secret platform called Snacksy for gamers where you can actually earn rewards just by playing games. Like you are already playing anyway, so why not get something back for it? And trust me, some of these rewards are honestly too good to miss out. On top of that, if you use my special link to get login, you also get a $10 welcome bonus. That is genuinely insane, and I had to mention it. And then we got our first free game, Lords of the Fallen. It was around $30, now $0. This is a full Souls-like action RPG with a really cool dual world mechanic, where you can shift between the world of the living and a dark parallel realm called the Umbral. It got really good reviews, and the fact that it is completely free right now is just wild. Download it immediately. Then we got Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition, 90% off for $3. This is a Souls-like where your main mechanic is inhabiting the bodies of fallen warriors, each with their own playstyle and abilities. It is dark, atmospheric, and surprisingly deep for a smaller studio. You're getting a full-blown Souls-like for just $3. Then we got Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, 80% off for $6. This one's kinda like GTA, but more serious. It's set in 1968 New Bordeaux, a fictional version of New Orleans, where you are Lincoln Clay, rebuilding a criminal empire after being betrayed by the mob. The story is genuinely engaging, the setting is unique, and the Definitive Edition includes all 3 DLC expansions. Then we got Deathloop, Deluxe Edition, 80% off for $16. This is one of the most creative first-person games in years. You are an assassin trapped in a time loop on an island, and you have to figure out how to kill 8 targets in a single day to break the cycle. Every loop you learn something new, and the whole thing feels like solving an elaborate puzzle. The Deluxe Edition includes extra content, and $16 for this is a really strong deal. Then we got the Metro Saga bundle, 90% off for $6. You are getting Metro 2033 Redux, Metro Last Light Redux, and Metro Exodus all in one package for $6. These are some of the most atmospheric post-apocalyptic shooters ever made, set in the tunnels and ruins of a nuclear-devastated Moscow. 3 full games for $6 is just an absolutely crazy deal. Then we got Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, 75% off for $10. You are getting Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel together, both considered the best games in the series, plus all their DLC. Billions of guns, wild characters, and some of the best co-op shooting in gaming. $10 for both games, with all content included, is just ridiculous value. Then we got Streets of Rage 4, 65% off for $8.74. This is the long-awaited revival of the classic Sega beat-em-up series, and it absolutely delivered. Beautiful, hand-drawn visuals, tight and satisfying combat, and a great soundtrack. One of the best beat-em-ups ever made, perfect for this price. Then we got Shadow of War, Definitive Edition, 90% off for $6. Once again on discount, and you already know Shadow of War. It's got this Nemesis system, where building your orc army, the whole Middle-earth open world experience. The Definitive Edition includes all the story DLC on top of the full game. Then we got Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, 85% off for $6. The sequel to The New Order and just as brilliant. BJ Blazkowicz taking the fight to Nazi-occupied America in one of the most intense and well-written single-player shooters ever made. If you played The New Order, this is essential. Then we got Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, 90% off for $6. The Legendary Edition includes the full game plus all the DLC fighters, which adds a ton of extra characters to an already massive roster. One of the best fighting games ever made, with the complete content package for $6 is just insane. Then we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, 85% off for $6. The final chapter of the modern Lara Croft trilogy, set in the jungles of South America. The stealth and exploration are the best in the whole trilogy, and the Definitive Edition includes all the DLC challenge tombs, which are some of the best content in the whole game. $6 for the full package is a great deal. Then we got Demon Souls, 58% off for $29.39. This is the PS5 remake of the game that started the whole Souls-like genre. Bluepoint Games rebuilt it from the ground up, and it is absolutely stunning. It is the most expensive thing on this list, but for a PS5 exclusive remake of a historic game, so under $30 is still a meaningful discount. Then we got Resident Evil Village, 75% off for $10. It's got Lady Dimitrescu, the terrifying village, one of the most atmospheric and fun entries in the whole Resident Evil series. It truly is a great entry point for newcomers, and a must-play for fans. Then we got Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, 85% off for $9. This game was a genuine surprise when it came out. It is really funny, surprisingly emotional, and the banter between the Guardians throughout the whole game is just brilliant. A lot of people slept on it because of the Avengers game, but this one is completely different and really worth playing. Then we got this game called The Survivalists, 80% off for $5.09. This is a survival sandbox game set in the same world as The Escapists, where you are stranded on a procedurally generated island. You gather resources, build a base, and train monkey companions to help you out, which is a genuinely funny and unique mechanic. For $5, if you enjoy survival games, this is worth taking a chance on. Then we got Monster Jam Showdown, 80% off for $10. This one offers full licensed monster truck game with a huge roster of real trucks, multiple game modes, and solid arcade racing gameplay. If you have kids or you are just a fan of monster trucks, $10 for the full package is a great deal. Then we got the Sherlock Holmes bundle with Crimes and Punishments and The Devil's Daughter, 93% off for $4.54. That is the biggest percentage discount on this entire list. 2 full Sherlock Holmes detective games for under $5. You are gathering clues, interviewing suspects, and solving cases with the actual freedom to accuse whoever you think is guilty. Really underrated detective series worth trying. Then we got PowerSlave Exhumed, 75% off for $5. This is a remaster of a classic 90s first-person shooter set in ancient Egypt, where you are fighting through pyramid labyrinths, battling undead enemies and gods. It plays like the old school shooters from that era, with the fast movement and relentless action. And for retro S fans, this is a great pickup for $5. Then we got Crysis Remastered, 70% off for $9. The legendary PC game that destroyed computers for years, now properly remastered for console. You are a super soldier in a nanosuit with powers like invisibility, armor mode, and superhuman strength, taking on both enemy soldiers and aliens in the huge open sandbox environment. And those are just some of the best deals you can find on PSN right now. If you are looking for more, check out this video of mine. And with that, I will see you next time.